Episode 1, The Journey. I built a consumer app specifically to help content creators post their content on multiple platforms. I built this as a tool for myself. There are other software tools out there, Hootsuite, Buffer, Loomly, stuff like that are tailored towards marketers. I figured maybe it would be useful to have a consumer option for people who are starting off, like me, to post clips across 6 different platforms to promote a podcast I do with my brother. Now, the thing I didn't anticipate, people aren't as crazy, as diligent, aren't as persistent as I am. When someone's starting something new, creating a new brand or identity on the internet, it requires a lot of effort, which most people aren't willing to do. So I essentially built a consumer app for people who wouldn't use it. There is no audience for this because the type of person who would need something like this that would work across all different platforms is probably successful enough as a content creator to be able to hire out a lot of the work. And so this tool is only useful for people who are like me, who are willing to do or need to do the work themselves. Very, very, very small percentage of the population. So I essentially built a tool for myself. But in the process, I've learned a lot. I've learned how to build an app for other people to use, which is about 100 times harder than just building a tool for yourself. I figured out how to build an interface. I built it all on Firebase. I had to learn Google Cloud Functions. I had to learn how to communicate with all the REST APIs that each of the social platforms offer. I've learned a lot. Now the question is, where do I take this? I still use this app for myself, but how do I use the things I've built and what I've learned and pivot it to a B2B play? First idea, clip agencies. What they do is take long form content and cut it up into short form that can be posted across multiple platforms. Short form content is king right now because it's sort of like an introductory way into getting someone new to give your long form content a chance. It shares your personality and the type of content you make with a potential new listener or follower or subscriber. And so short form is necessary to grow long form content, which is why a lot of people who have podcasts like myself create short form content to promote the long form stuff. And so there are these agencies who specifically do this for these creators. They either schedule sessions with these influencers or creators or personalities to record calls with predetermined hooks that they prepare that then they cut up and turn into these bite-sized chunks, add captions, remove the silences, and then also add some of the video editing flair that is useful to keep someone's attention while they're watching it. Now, there's a lot of these agencies that have come up. The biggest one right now is clipped.co. They're the ones who do the clips for My First Million podcast, Naval podcast, a lot of the big ones that you know of. What I can offer as a B2B play is a software SaaS that helps organize and manage all the content that gets produced by their video editors and posts automatically. What normally they have someone dedicated to posting the content now can be done automatically. All the editors would have to do is upload the content as they finish the clips into the SaaS product. And the SaaS product would handle the scheduling, it would handle the posting to all the different platforms, and then maybe additional features like analytics, managing this content for the agency, the clip agency, so that they can focus on just cutting up video instead of like having to send the clips to the influencers or creators to post on their accounts or send it to their assistants to do. All this could be automated and then also helps organize. And so an agency can manage more clients instead of scaling linearly by hiring more employees. They could literally just use the software that I potentially build to grow exponentially. Every additional client that they get doesn't add all this overhead in clerical work. It's simply just video editing, and they can focus on what they do best. And that's the pivot I'm going to be making right now. My belief is I need to understand the space. So I'm going to be starting a clip agency, and I've subscribed to Internet Money by Daniel Fazio. He's Cold Email Wizard. Check out his YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description below. And I've been going through his course, and I'm understanding sales life cycle for getting a new client, the process for this type of work, how to make the offer, and then how to follow up. I'm doing this to learn through experience so I can understand exactly the workflow. I'll also be reaching out to a lot of other existing clip agencies to understand the problems that they face, to hopefully shortcut the process and see if this is even a product worth building. But because I have all this code that I've done, a lot of the work and automation will be done, at least in terms of like interfacing with the social platforms. I will have to figure out some way to manage content and accounts. I haven't done that before, but I'll figure it out. Add analytics maybe later on, but I think the MVP will just be put clips and post them to the right accounts. That's it. I'll just do a simple web interface for now. as an MVP. Go from there and see if this could be a B2B offering. And then figure out the pricing and what that's going to work. And then also understand how big this market is. See if it's big enough for this type of software to make sense. Or maybe I just sell it to Clipped.co, which seems to be the biggest one. That would be interesting and make that business more profitable than it probably already is. That's the plan, and I'll be documenting the journey as I figure all these things out. Next video, I'll be talking about the first steps in starting this Clip agency so I can learn through experience. And I'm also active on Twitter. That's where you're going to see all the fire tweets. And I'm also going to be sharing a lot of the game I've learned from trying to grow my podcast, which is what you'll see on the shorts feed here. Remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment, leave your questions. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys got. Hopefully I can shortcut this whole process. So this isn't just for the people who are interested in building a SaaS, also for people who want to learn how to grow a brand. And I've made a lot of mistakes and I've struggled a lot. Hopefully you don't have to do those things too.